This is a tutorial to getting started Cinema 4D for beginner. First, let's open the Cinema 4D, and it shows your scenes and your layouts. So let's start off with a cube. To get a cube you just click on this cube. The viewport here currently is set to perspective. In the top right hand corner, you have the fourth option, which allows you to change the number of viewports that you can see. If I just click that, you consider the viewport then changes into 4 distinct areas. Except for the perspective view before, you have 3 new views: the top view, the right view and front view. In perspective view, we can find 3 axes, X, Y and Z. But in other views, there are only 2 axes. For example, the top view only have X-axis and Z-axis. So this is a plan view. And this is a 3D view. In any viewport, you can click on camera and choose other views, right, back and bottom. And you can hover over the toggle button here and click. And that will maximize that view into your main viewport. Click that again to go back to wall 4. This can also be done with click the middle mouse button over the viewport. The next tool is rotate camera. Click and hold over this, and it will rotate your camera around that pivot point that you can see in the middle. You can also do this with hold down Alt and left mouse button. Now, we can go to view and click on frame default to back default angle. The third tool is scale camera. Click and hold. This is moving the camera farther and closer to the object. You can also do this with hold down Alt and right mouse button. Or you can use the scrolling wheel. The last tool is move camera. Click and hold over this and move your mouse. You can see that you are moving the camera around. This can also be done by using hold down Alt and middle mouse button, and move your mouse. All these tools only move the camera. But will not change the position and size of the object. There is no change. Let's see how to change. First, Move tool. The shortcut in the keyboard is E. Make sure that you have the Move tool selected up here. You can then click and drag and you will see that the cube will move freely in all 3 axes. You will notice that the position of the object has changed. If you wish to specify the axis that it moves in, click and hold over one of the arrows. And you will be able to move it only in that direction. Change of the number only occurs in Z-axis. The same in Y-axis and X-axis. OK, second is Scale tool. The shortcut in the keyboard is T. Click Scale tool over here and then click and drag, and that will make things bigger smaller. The size has changed. That will scale your model uniformly. And if you want to change size in a specified direction, you can click and drag the yellow dots over the axis. You will notice changes only occurs in X-axis. We can also do this in Y-axis. Okay, next is Rotate tool. Click over here or press the shortcut R in the keyboard. If you grab anywhere within the sphere you can free rotate that. And if I wish to specify the axis that it rotates around, I'll click on hover on one of the axis bands. And I'll be able to rotate it like that. Okay, next is the Select tool. You can hold down over the tool when you find a black triangle in the bottom right. Now it shows more options. We select the live selection first. You can duplicate the model when you hold down Ctrl and click and drag over one of the arrows. With live selection mode, you can select any model by click. Or you can click and drag to select more. With rectangle selection mode, you can make a rectangle to select one or more objects which you want. Other options that you don't need to know yet because this is just getting started. When you select the Move, Scale or Rotate tool, you can quickly switch to Selection tool by press space in keyboard. Press again, it will be back. This tool, when you hold it down, you can find which tool has been used recently. Okay, we need to delete those cubes first. Click on this cube to get a cube. Now, let me go through the axis tools. Now we select Move tool again. When we click on X, it will turn gray. When we click and drag, there is no change in the X-axis. Now we click here to toggle the views. We can select top view and click here to let it be an active view. In this view, we can see the position and X-axis has no change clearly. Back to the perspective view. This can also be done in other axes. To lock the Y-axis, click on Y. To lock the Z-axis, click on Z. Or we can lock multiple axes at once. And we can also do this in all other tools. The last tool is Coordinate System. Let's rotate the cube first. We can see the direction has changed following the rotation of the cube. Now we click the Coordinate System tool, switch to the World Coordinate System. The direction of the X-axis, Y-axis and Z-axis return to the initial state. It will be useful when we need to move the cube in this specific direction. If you find this tutorial useful, like the video and subscribe to my channel. And if you want to ask me anything, you can ask me in the comment section. Okay, then see you in another video.